Hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel CodeSecret. So friends, as you have already seen that today we are going to make a amazing project using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The name of the project will be Tip Calculator. So basically in this project we are going to make this web application. So it's super amazing application as you can see over here. So I just want to give you overview of this application. So basically, so it's tip calculator where we will be giving the total bill that has been generated, let's say 5,000, that we are going to pay for the restaurant, and this is the tip percentage that we want to give for a waiter or someone. Let's say 5%, 10% and 15%. By default it is checked as 15%, so I'll just check 5%. And here we have a split between, so for how many persons we want to split this bill. So let's suppose 3 members, and if I just click over this button, calculate tip, so it will calculate lots of things. The first thing, it will calculate the total tip amount and the total bill after adding this amount, and then it will also tell us like how much amount of each person is going to pay for. 1750 rupees per person. If it is for 2 person, and if I again calculate, then it will be 2625 rupees, and so on. So yeah, it seems so interesting, guys, right? So basically, this is the series of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript programs where we make very simple projects, right? So we will not take you much time. So without any further delay, let's get started. So basically, I have created like two file over here, HTML and CSS file. So firstly, we will be writing code for HTML, then CSS, and at the end, we will writing the code for JavaScript. That will be the main and important code that will be we will be writing. So I want to assure you guys, like from this video you are going to learn many things, not a single HTML concept, CSS, even JavaScript as well. In particularly, if I talk about HTML file, so you are going to see different tags, different elements that I am gonna use it. So firstly, I want to tell you, let's understand the layout of this application. So at the top we have this header, and then we have this like label with this input box as a number, this percent, I mean drop down select menu, and then we have again a input box with number. After that we have this button to calculate the tip, and we have at the end of the like this button we have a box in which we are getting all the values after calculating the tip and everything, right? So we have already understood the layout. So let's go to VS Code editor and let's make a like we have already created a file. So let's write boiler code for this HTML file, and let me change the title for this project. So the title of this project would be tip calculator, right? That we are gonna make this, right? Tip calculator. Okay. So we have understood the layout. Before moving to that, I want to just add CSS file over here because it's so important. Sometimes we forget to add this. So after that, I'm gonna take a div, in which div we will be adding a id, not id, it will be class as container, and we are going to put all the elements and everything inside this box. You can just assume this container as a box. I'm just taking it for the purpose to like make the everything to the center, all right, to the center of the screen to look good and amazing, all right. So I have added a one div tag, and now after that, as I have shown you, we have one heading element which is saying the name of the application, tip calculator. After that we are gonna add one more div with what, with a class input container, all right. Inside that we will have a label label with for value bill amount. So it has a different meaning of this bill attribute inside this bill tag. Okay, amount. So we have added a label, and after that we will have a input box. So after adding this, I will tell you what we are adding over here. So input with number. All right, we will be adding a id, and the name of the id will be bill amount. All right, and we will have a placeholder over here. It it will be it will be what placeholder as enter bill amount that you want to calculate. All right, so we do not need this name as an attribute over this tag. So the purpose of this for attribute inside this label will be very simple. While clicking on this text bill amount, it will just open the input box, right? I will show you while showing you the demo. All right, so after that we have another one more div. All right, with class, we have the class of that div will be input container. Input input container. All right, input container, I'm taking class as input container, and then after we have label, again a label 1 second, label which will have value tip percentage. All right, and here we are going to add the text tip percentage, tip percentage. All right, and below that we will have a select option, right? And inside that we are going to add a id with value tip percentage, right? Let me take you to the demo again so that you can relate it. So I have already created a like input box, and then this is the tip percentage that we are writing the code right away. So this will be drop down, I mean select drop down, so that's why we have created that select menu. So after that we need to add the options. So how many options we want to put over here, right? Option multiplied by, I want how much, four options over here, right? And inside four options we are going to put the value 5%. All right, and then 10%, right? 15%, and then lastly 20%. For value we are going to put value 5 as a 5%, 10 as a 10%, and 15 as 15%, and 20 as 20%. So we have done this, we are done with this. Okay, let me run this project once, the project that we are like making right away. See, as you can see, it's showing like this. We will be adding like css and with everything, then it will look so cool. Do not get panic about that, right? Tip percentage we have added here, tip percentage, right? Not tip percentage, right? It's so we have added that drop down, select drop down. Now it's time to add again a one input container. So div dot, the name of the class will be input, again input container. All right, inside that we are going to take a label again with the value split people, right? And here we are going to write a split between, I mean how many persons that are going to pay for the bill. We have one more input box with type number again, because we are going to give it as integer value, right? Integer like 1 2 3 4 5, it will not be string, that's why we have taken it as type number. And now we need to set the id as split people. All right, we have added this. Now we need to add placeholder as well. Okay, so that user can easily understand it. Enter number of people, right? Very cool. So we have done this. Now we have a button after this. If I can show you the demo, so here we have this split between, and then we have a button, right? I will not take you much time. I will make this application very fastly, and it is easy. That's why it will not take much time. So for your understanding, I'm just explaining each line so that you will never have such confusion, right? So I'm adding one more container. It will be button container, not container. It will be button container. All right. Inside that, we are going to have a button, right? With text, calculate. Calculate what? Calculate tip. All right. Inside here, we are going to have on click method, and we are calling this calculate tip. All right. We are calling this method, so we'll add this function inside JavaScript file. So do not worry about that. We'll be adding this function inside JavaScript file. Okay. So we are now done with this button. Also, if I can show you, let me take you to the project that we are building now. As you can see, button, we have already added button also. As of now, we have not added any of the CSS code over here. We will be adding very soon. Okay. So now it's time to have one more div. Okay, so in this div we will be having all the results that we have made with the help of what? With the help of JavaScript code. All right, that will be showing all the results, all the data, like how many persons like is going to pay for the money, what will the tip value, what will be the total amount after adding the tip, and for like amount for each person, right? Here we are going to have a paragraph tag. Inside paragraph tag, we will be adding what? Tip amount. Tip amount would be what? Here we are going to take a span. Inside here, we are going to have an ID. ID will be tip amount. All right, right. And we are, as initially we will be taking a dollar 0.00 as very initial value, right? I'm going to make a copy of this, for the shorthand of this thing. It will be like alt shift and down arrow key. So I'm going to take three paragraph tag, and here we will have instead of tip amount, it will be total amount, right? Total bill, we can say total bill. It will be total bill. Very cool. And over here it will be for each person, right? Amount per person. So let me take you to our project that we are building now. So it's a kind of similar layout as we can see over here, right? Now we need to add CSS. All right, as you can see, and then very lastly we'll be adding JavaScript code also. So we have added all these tags and elements that was needed. Now I have created a style.css file, and I have already added it over here. I will go to the style.css file, and very fastly I will write all the CSS code for making the application very wonderful. Okay, zero margin will be 0. All right, and then after we have padding, it's for body actually, so that it won't create any such issue, right? Font family will be what? Arial, and this one, right? We can have sans serif only, not the second one. Okay, all right. So we have added lots of IDs. If you can remember, very starting when I was adding code for elements and everything, I had already added lots of what? IDs and classes as well. So container, I have already added a class in the HTML file container. Over here we'll be writing, max width will be what? 600 pixel. 100 pixel to make everything center. I will tell you why we have done this. Margin will be 0, and it is basically shorthand for like adding margin top, left and right. All right, and we will have text align. We have also text align, and that is center, to make everything as center. So if I take you to the like the current project that we are building, so as you can see, everything has come to the center of the screen, right? So now we have lots of things to do. So we also need to add some styling for h1 tag for the heading. Okay, font size will be 36 pixel only, not more than that. And then font width will be also there. All right, and that will be bold. And after that we will have margin. Margin what? Margin top, between the top of the screen and that heading. All right, margin top will be 50 pixel. All right, very cool. Now we need to have this input container dot input container. We need to style it. So over here it will be display as flex. And then after we'll have flex direction also. I like flex direction will be row. And after that margin top will be 20 pixel only, not more than that. And margin bottom also, we need margin bottom as well. This will be 20 pixel as well. We can use shorthand, but I have added like without shorthand. So justify content would be center, because we want everything as center, right, to look good. Align items will be center also. Very cool. We have added lots of things. We'll be adding background color and such thing also. Now we have another input container, and then after it's label, right? We want some styling for label as well. So font size will be 20 pixel. And then margin right. I want margin right, that will be 10 pixel. Guys, it's so amazing application. If you can see, like, we are using lots of things over here, and we are kind of practicing such elements. If you have come from very basic big, you're very beginner from html, cs and javascript, you can have all this series. Let me take you to that series that I have already like made that series for you guys. So I will just open the like one second guys. I will open a cognito window, and over here I will show you that one. Okay, so I will tell you uh, code secret. Okay, so this is my channel, youtube channel, and over here I have made few playlists. This is the playlist that I was talking about, right? So let me open that playlist. So from very starting, as you can see, I have very initially I have added a video for introduction to the playlist. And after that I have made lots of projects, man, lots of projects, by which you can have very good practice and command over html, css and javascript. And all the projects are kind of dynamic projects using document object model, right? So from very starting, as you can see, to do list tab, rotate image, and then image gallery, calculator, lots of applications are there. I give you the surety, if you are going to have this playlist, if you have watched this, definitely you're going to have different concepts with different functionalities, right? Because I have already also used API somehow, and like kind of these projects are kind of very creative and very unique project that you should surely go with that, right? So like in the description box I will give you that link of this playlist, and you should watch all the projects. All right, come back to our project. So we have done this, and now we need to have one more thing in the we have added like styling for label. And now we need what? Now we need, we can add it over here also, right? We can add it over here. So it will be input container, and then we will have select over there, right? So select, inside select we can have a few things over here. So if I just want to make you sure, guys, so if I will just cut it from here, and it will be alone over here, right? So I will just make a copy, and I will just put it over here. So I will just remove it from here, and I will add one more. Okay, so we need some different styling over here. So over it will be font size, and font size will be 20 pixel. All right, and after that we will have what? We'll have padding also. Padding will be 10 pixel, right? And border, we want border also. So border will be 2 pixel, 2 pixel. 2 pixel border, and then solid, and this will be the color that we are going to choose. All right, width will be, and then border radius, 1 second. The border radius will be, 1 second. Why am I not able to undo this? Okay, not an issue. So we are going to add border radius over here. All right, border radius will be 5 pixel only, and we will be removing this code from here. All right, and width will be 200 pixel. All right, very cool. Now we have one more thing to style, that will be button button container, right? We have this class in our html file, and we will have margin top with value 30 pixel, and button will have value, font size font size 24 pixel, and padding will be the 10 pixel and 20 pixel. After that we'll have background color as well. This will be hashtag 008 and CB and A. Alright, this will be the background color of the button. Color will be white, it's text color of that button. And border will be none. We do not want any border for that button, but we want border radius, so border radius will be 5 pixel. Again we need to delete all these things. Okay, and after that the cursor, we want cursor as well. So if user takes the cursor to that button, so it will be pointer, not the normal cursor, right? And few more things. Now we want some styling for result container as well. So here we will have margin top as 30 pixel, and after that border will be 2 pixel solid, and this one. Okay, border radius, we want border radius as well for that one, so it will be 5 pixel. And apart from that we want text align to be center. We will just remove everything from here, and we will have again one more thing. This is the last styling that we are going to have over here. Okay, so font size, I'm just adding style for the text that are inside in this container. Font size will be what, it will be 20 pixel only. And after that margin will be what, 0. And at the very end we will have result container as p as span. We have also a span tag inside this container, and font weight will be bold. So now let me take you to the our project. So as you can see, it is looking so big and like so cool actually, right? So this is the amount and everything that we have added, and this will be the calculated thing that will come over here while clicking on this button. We need to debug something actually. We have added few things, because of that it's showing so bigger size and everything. So and input container have this value. After that we have label. Okay, and after that we have input, not label actually. This will be input actually, not label. That's why it was creating some issue. Now if I take you to the project, as you can see, that rounded thing has been gone from here. All right, so now we need to just calculate something from here. Okay, so the design is kind of similar from here, that we have created. Okay, here and here everything is kind of same. So now we need to add javascript code. Okay, so we'll create a javascript file over here very quickly. it will be index.js file. All right, and after that we will be adding this javascript file to the very bottom actually, right? So script and the path of that file, this is the path. Okay, all right. So now we need to have few things. So as you can see over here, we have called this function from here, right? This is calculate tip. This is the function that we have called over here while clicking on this button. So what we will be doing, firstly we will make this function, very firstly function calculate tip, and inside this function we will be doing few things. Firstly we will have this bill amount that user is going to put inside the first input box. All right, we will be getting this value from here, from get element by id, and we will be copying that id actually. So this is the input box, right? And we have added this id over here. So whatever value user has entered, it will be, firstly we are targeting that input box, and here if I write value, then it will give us the value of that input box. Very cool. Now we need one more tip, percentage, right? So document, again document dot get element by id, we'll be copying this id from where, from html file only. So here it is tip percentage, right? So it will give us all the values that we have given over here, selected value 10%, 5%, or 20%. And here again we'll add value. So with this code it will provide us the value of that selected drop down. And lastly, not lastly, we need few more, but we are going to now have this dynamic variable over here. So again document dot get element by id, and this split people, right? So we have this over here, split people. So we'll copy this id from here and we'll just put it over here. All right, okay. And again the value, we want the value of this input box, right? Now over here we are going to have calculate tip and total bill amount. This is the main code that we are going to have. So basically we have like targeted the value of total amount and the tip percentage, that percent, total percentage that user has selected, and that spread people, how many people are going to pay for the bill. All right, so here we'll have one more tip amount. Okay, so tip amount, we are going to have this variable. Inside this variable we'll have what, bill amount plus tip percentage divided by what, 100. Okay, and where total bill, we are calculating total bill over here. So we want to do few things, parse float, and this parse float will just pass the bill amount plus again parse float, because the value that we are getting from input box, it is of type what, maybe it will be of type a string. So we do not want any error to be thrown or such different thing, right? We know the functionality of the concatenation inside. If it is, if single value is string and other value is integer, then it will do not add the value, it will simply just concatenate the value. So here we will have what, here we will have tip amount actually, right? So tip amount, and after that from here we are going to calculate amount per person. All right, so we'll take a we'll create a variable amount per person as name suggested, and total bill divided by what, split person, split people. So from here we are getting what, the total number of people that is going to pay for the bill. That's it guys. Now it's over, like calculation has been done. Now we need to display the value as well, right? Display results. Okay, so again we'll just copy this first thing from here, like we will write document dot get element by id, and here we will be changing the value dynamically. So here you can see I have added this id over here. So here we will target this value, all right, and we'll be changing the inner html of this paragraph tag. And what will be the inner value? It will be uh firstly dollar and then plus tip amount, okay, dot to fixed to up to 2 digit, right? Again we'll have another paragraph tag, and we'll be changing few things, right? So here what we are going to copy, we will be copying the, not, it will be not the tip amount, we need to change it, right? We had made a mistake over here, we need to change the actually id over here. So it will be total, but it will be total what, bill, and over here we will have split people, right? Here it will have amount per. Okay, that's it. We are going to copy the second one, total bill. We are going to paste it over here because we want to change this paragraph's value dynamically. Here we will have what, total bill. So total will be it will be what, total amount, total bill, right? So it will be total bill. And again what we can do for this, to fixed, to fix what, up to 2 digit. Again we will have, let me copy it. Okay, we are going to change the id, the last thing, amount per. What will be the amount for per person? So we are going to just change this id over here. And here what will be the value, this amount per person, right? We will just do it over here. That's it guys, that's it. So we have done very simple things. Firstly, in the first three variables, we have just targeted the value of the input box. I mean, the bill amount, the tip percentage, and the split people. Here we have done few calculations, right? Here we are just doing tip amount. So we are calculating the percentage. What will be the total percentage? So how do we calculate percentage? So firstly, here it will be what? It will be multiplied. Okay, so it will be multiplied, not plus actually. So bill amount multiplied by tip percentage divided by what, 100. So it will give us the percentage value, right? And here we are now doing one more calculation, total bill. So what will be the total bill? So total will be the bill amount and the tip amount that we are going to give to the person or waiter. All right, here we are calculating one more thing, that is how much amount that a particular person, each person is going to pay for. So it's very simple, right? We will do what, we'll just call this total bill divided by split people, how many people is going to pay for. And here we are at the end, we are just changing few values dynamically. So again we are targeting the like what, tip amount paragraph, total bill paragraph, and amount per person paragraph. And here we are giving this value. So it's so relatable, and I can feel that you are understanding everything. Now let me take you to uh, the project that we have made over here, right? So as you can see, if I give the value 5000 over here, and by default it's 5%, so I will select 10%, let's say 10%. And how many people are going to pay for this bill, right? So let's say 3. Let me calculate the bill. So it will be like tip amount will be 500, and total bill will be 500, 5500. And each person is going to pay for 1833 rupees and 33. Okay, so it's in dollar, do not forget that. So if it's in dollar, so 1833 dollar point 33. Okay, so if I change the value from 10% to 5%, the value would be different. As you can see, now the value tip amount is dollar 250, and everything has been changed as per the value that we have given over here. So yeah guys, I feel that you have understood the concept very clearly, and I have already shown you like the playlist that you should follow, you should watch. Okay, so if you found this video was really really so interesting and understandable, so definitely you should like for this video. And if you are a new user, then you should subscribe my channel as well. Okay, so as I have already shown you like how many videos, how many projects that I have already added in the series, so it is going to help you a lot in the future reference as well. And for daily updates, like I upload shorts related to programming and everything, so it is going to help you a lot. So that's it for today, guys, so we'll meet soon. Till then, bye bye.